Pavagadh Archaeological Park. Introduction. A UNESCO heritage site, Champaner and Pavagadh are often clubbed together as one of the most engaging historical attractions of Gujarat. The Pavagadh Hill is composed of reddish yellow colored stone formation. It is the oldest stone formation of India. Location of Archaeological Park in the Panchmahal district, Gujarat, in northwestern India. Pavagadh Hill is an volcanic formation that rises 800 meters above the surrounding plains. Pavagadh is famous among pilgrims to worship at the important Kali Mata temple, dedicated to goddess Kali, who sits atop the summit. Champaner is the only unchanged Islamic Mughal city over the centuries, offering an authentic flavor of architecture of the era. History. Judging by the early archaeological remains and according to records, Champaner and Pavagadh areas had been inhabited in the Chalcolithic period. The history also reports a local legend that the divinity of the hills was derived from the right toe of the goddess Kali, which had apparently fallen on the hill. This area was conquered in the 13th century by the Khilji Chauhan Rajputs, who built their first settlement on the top of Pavagadh Hill and fortification wall along the plateau below the hill. The earliest built remains from the period include temples of Nagara style having a Garbhagriha, Mandapa and entrance porch. Amongst all the construction, the important vestiges are water retention system. They built fortresses and ruled from there. The name Champaner is derived from Champa, who was a Rajput general of King Vanraj during rule of Vanraj Chowda of Anhilwad Patan from 746 to 806 AD. Champaner was under the Anhilwad until 1296 and then defeated by Alauddin Khalji. During this period, Chauhan Rajput had also settled in Champaner. In 1484, 17th November, Sultan Muhammad Begra had killed Rawal Jai Singh for refusing to convert to Islam, but he converted Rawal's son to Islam and gave title Nizam ul Mulk and seized the fort and renamed the city Muhammad Champaner. He built elaborate ornate structure forts and made the hill fort and citadel over a period of 23 years and made Champaner the capital of Gujarat. During this period, Champaner was famous for mangoes, sandalwood trees, and colorful silks. Merchants and craftsmen prospered. Muhammad Begra died in 1511 and his successor Bahadur Shah also died in 1536. During that time, this city had been very well planned with streets and whitewashed stone houses. In 1535, Mughal Emperor Humayun invaded Champaner, looted it, and after death of Bahadur Shah, he shifted capital and the court back to Ahmedabad. This city fell into ruin for several centuries. It was neglected and almost destroyed. In 1803 AD, the British visited the They funded it and it became a great exporter of silk. They efforted at that time to populate the place by inducting cultivators but failed. In 1879, a few Bhil and Naikda type resided there. The last decade, the site has declared as World Heritage Site by UNESCO in July 2004 with the justification of its joint significance as a living Hindu pilgrim center. Clusters of Jain temple, remarkable preserved medieval urban fabric, exquisite sandstones, carved mosques and tombs, and its intangible heritage values. Again, it became popular in tourists because of Mahakalika temple, a very popular pilgrim. But tourism in the area was affected by Godhara Hindu-Muslim riots. After these riots, this place gets very less tourists. How to reach? Pavagadh Champaner, 48 kilometers from Baroda, Gujarat. Nearest airport, Vadodara Airport. Nearest railway station, Vadodara Railway Station and Champaner Road Railway Station. Nearest bus station, Pavagadh Bus Station. How to reach? Opening hours. Opening time 8:30 am. Closing time 5 pm. Ticket information. Indian visitor rupees 30. Foreigner visitor rupees 550. SAARC visitor rupees 35. BIMSTEC visitor rupees 35. Attractions of Archaeological Park. It has forts, mosques, monuments, tombs, arches, temples, stepwells and fortresses from 8th to 16th century. Citadel, Nagina Masjid, Jami Mosque, Kevda Mosque, Shahar Ki Masjid, the Kamani Mosque, दलीला गुंबज की मस्जिद, कबूतर खाना, एक मीनार की मस्जिद, 7 arches, 7 कमान. Lakulish temple, oldest temple from 10th century, Jain temple. Navlakha Kothar, helical stepped well. Citadel. The heart of Champaner is Citadel, whose most impressive features are its 16th century monuments, mosques with their beautiful blending of Islamic and Hindu architecture. Jami Mosque. It is just outside the citadel's east gate, boasts of a wonderful carved entrance porch that leads into a lovely courtyard surrounded by a pillared corridor. The prayer hall has 2 tall central minarets, further super stone carvings, multiple domes, latticed window and 7 mihrabs, prayer niches. Along the back wall, classical Gujarat style balcony windows. It's 172 pillars supporting the central dome. Shahar Ki Masjid. Shahar Ki Masjid, which is behind the ticket office inside the citadel, which was probably the private royal mosque. It has 5 mihrabs, while the entrance is flanked by 2 impressive minarets. Kevda Masjid. Kevda Masjid is 300 meters north of the citadel and about 600 meters west of the Jami Masjid. Here, person can climb narrow stairs to the roof and higher up the minarets to spot other mosques. It has 2 carved minarets, niches and windows. The masjid has a 2-storied prayer hall. The central dome has collapsed. The defining feature of all the masjids in Champaner is the stairs that can lead one of the top. They are constructed in a spiral design and cling to a large pillar. Nagina Masjid. It is near to Kevda Masjid, 500 meters north, with no minarets. but execute geometric carving. It's particularly on a tomb next to it. It has three mirhabs with central arched entrance flanked by intricately carved minarets. It has three domes, 80 pillars, 10 cupolas, a roof in the form of dome, and charakha windows. Leela Gumbaj Ki Masjid. From Nagina Masjid, 800 meters east on high platform and with a flooded central dome, the mosque has three entrances constructed using a trapeze, constructed with a beam or on the principle of a beam as an entablature or flat ceiling system. The arched central entrances is flanked by minarets on each side. एक मीनार की मस्जिद. It was built by Bahadur Shah in 1526 to 1535. The mosque gets a name from the long-standing minaret, which has 5 stories. Amir Manzil. Amir Manzil was the main residential complex of royal family of Champaner. It comprised residential quarters, gardens, tanks, stables, water channels, cisterns and spiral water channels among others. The antiquities which were excavated at the Amir Manzil complex range from ceramic, terracotta and stone to iron, copper and silver items. Helical stepwell. As this region was known for its shortage of water, so the stepwells were created to cater to day-to-day needs. It is built in 16th century city, as also known as the city of thousand wells. The water structure symbolized religious, social and political development and were considered an important aspect of architecture during those times. Sat Kaman. The bastion of Sat Kaman is located on the Pavagadh hill between the Sadan Shah Gate and Budhia Darwaza. This name is combination of Sat means 7, Kaman means arches. 7 arches. The structure was a military post as the location provided a vantage point of the entire open expanse of land. It is made of yellow sandstones. Catapult. It is a structure designed for both defense and offense stand near the attack gate. Mint or Tankshala. Muhammad Begra established a mint in 1484. The coin minted here always carried the inscription Shahar Mukram, meaning the illustrious city. Silver and copper coins were minted here between 1485 and 1537 by Muhammad Begra and his successors, Muzaffar II, Bahadur Shah and Muhammad III after Humayun attacked the city. He too minted some silver and copper coins. This is one of the 4 mint of Gujarat. Other 3 are at Ahmedabad, Ahmednagar and Junagadh. Lakulisa Temple. It is the oldest temple of this archaeological park dated around the 10th to 11th century and situated on the Maurya plateau on Pavagadh hill. It is the temple of Lord Shiva, the chief of elements of the Lakulisa temple are Garbhagriha, seat of the main deity, Antarala, space where worship is conducted, Mandapa, inside porch, 8 intricately carved pillars. The iconography of Lakulisa is unique. The idol of Lakulisa is seated on a yogasana posture with a yoga pata and band of cloth around its knee. Mata Temple. The Kalika Mata Temple on the summit of Pavagad Hill is an important structure of great historical and religious significance. Goddess Kalika Mata was Kuldevi of Khichi Chauhan dynasty. This temple is one of the many shrines devoted to the mother goddess across the world, highly popular among Hindus. Adjacent to the temple is the tomb of Sadan Shah, constructed in Islamic architectural style, complete with spherical dome. Jain temple. These temples are constructed in the 14th 15th centuries. There are three different groups. Consist of Bhavandari temples near Nakurkhana Gate, Kalak Navlakha temples. The second group is in honor of the Tirthankars, Suparshravantha and Chandraprabha. The third group is situated on the southeast of Pavagad Hill. It's near Parswa temple next to Dudhya tank. They have their stylist and architectural features. The Garbhagriha are enshrined with beautiful stone image of Tirthankars in this temple. Management and Perfection Authority. There are multiple owners. Archaeological Survey of India, the Gujarat State Forest Department, State Department of Archaeology and State Revenue Department, Jai Kalika Temple Trust, Jain Temple Trust, Fakir Sikh Trust. The park required considerable structural conservation work required due to affected by Godhara Hindu-Muslim riots, resulting in conflicting interest in developing infrastructure such as road, ropeway and accommodation facilities for the pilgrims and tourists. By improvement in infrastructure and basic facility like toilet, water supply, roads, garden, electricity, etc., this site can be again developed as a popular tourist place and can attract tourists in huge numbers, as this site contains historical structures of all three important religions, Hindu, Muslim and Jain.